tired and I need to shower and I'm just exhausted overall. But I'm recording this day off actually. Hooray. But I am also like a few hundred pages of the way into Saving Six. So I might be finishing Saving Six. I want to finish Saving Six tomorrow. But this is my weekly reading wrap up, which I have done monthly ones in the past. I did my monthly for June. But today I'm doing my weekly because I was like, you know what, why not? I think I've only read 2 physical books this week. Binding 13 and Keeping 13. And I read them at the beginning of the week. I finished Keeping 13 on Wednesday, I think. And that was the day I got Kindle Unlimited and everything went. Binding 13 and Keeping 13 are genuinely like I'm really enjoying this series, and I am okay. Saving Six is in my mother's room because I was reading it in there because my room is boiling at night. These books are massive, by the way. So, Binding 13 follows, obviously, it's the introduction to Johnny and Shannon's story, if that makes sense. And the ending, I literally wanted to cry. In fact, not even get me wrong, I cried because I was really, really, really sad. Like I was, my anxiety was through the roof. Anyway, I do rate this 5 stars, but I don't really know what to say about this book. I enjoyed it. I cried to certain points because I just felt really bad for the characters and it would just make me really upset. I love Johnny and how he treated Shannon in this book, but what annoyed me was, well, she's like almost 2 years younger than me. Oh my god, it's not that deep. Literally, what? Oh, she's 16 and you're turning 18 soon. I'm not seeing the issue here, babe. I'm not seeing the issue. What's going on? This is not the most pressing concern in the world. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, that was the only thing that really annoyed me, was the fact that he was running away from her because he was scared of like the consequences of him dating somebody 2 years younger. And it was just really dumb, in my opinion. Because I get the fear of being like, oh, yeah, you're a pedophile. But then at the same time, who's doing that? Well, apart from Shannon's mom in Keeping 13. But Binding 13, I'm glad that I read this. I read this in a day. Yeah, I read this Monday. The entire day of Monday was me sitting reading this. Now, I enjoyed this more than the average person, you may say. Actually, people absolutely glaze these books, but I really enjoyed this for different reasons. I enjoyed how Johnny treated Shannon despite like his history with women. Now, Keeping 13, 5 stars again. I'm hoping the series is like wholly 5 stars because I really enjoyed the first 2 books, and I was struggling with Saving Six because I just kind of didn't have motivation, and I just got Kindle Unlimited, so I was kind of like, if I read Saving Six, if I finish this series, and then I was just like a bit 50-50 about it. But Keeping 13, when I tell you, what was I gonna say? I cried, like tears running down my face, hyperventilating. I was watching 911 at the time, so I like had 911 in the background, and 911 Lone Star, actually, season 1 episode 10 of 911 Lone Star always makes me cry because of the specific scene towards like the end-ish. But so I was watching that, I started crying. I was reading that scene, if you know what I mean, and I was crying my eyes out. And there's a giant hair on my book. I wonder whose hair that is, guys. It's mine. But I was so scared that they weren't going to get together. I was like, genuinely, I was like, this book has to have a good ending. And the ending, that made me want to go on Saving Six. And then I literally hit a slump. I hit like a wall when I started reading Saving Six. I was like, I don't want to read this, which is so stupid because it seems like such a good book, and it's obviously like got a really high rating across TikTok, and I've been reading it and I've been enjoying it. But then I just hit a wall because I was like, I love the first 2. And then I also got Kindle Unlimited, which kind of messed up my whole week. And then moving on to that, it's my pre-recorded videos because I am a speedy bitch, and I read these earlier in the week. But I wanted to return them to Kindle Unlimited, so I pre-recorded it for my monthly wrap-up and didn't think to include the notes for my weekly wrap-up, so I'm going to have to edit a few things in this video, in the next videos. So here are my, I think I read 4 books on Kindle Unlimited. Let's turn it down a tad. The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I think I read this in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Literally, when I tell you, I eat up Lynn Painter every damn time. This amazing author, I love her. Look, I have Betting on You. I have nothing like the movies over there, but I lent Better Than the Movies to one of my friends. But, like, she offered to give it back, but she hasn't read it yet, so I was like, I'll just keep it for a bit. Lynn Painter is probably one of my go-to authors. Like, if I see a book that's hers, trust me, I'm reading this. The Do-Over follows the character of Emily, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right, who repeats a really tragic Valentine's Day over and over and over again. She keeps thinking, oh, I'll get the perfect one, eventually with a boyfriend, and she gets like into the college she wants, and she doesn't crash a car, and her dad doesn't move away, or just like shit like that. But until she does a day of no consequences, she doesn't actually get a perfect day. But I don't know. She, every single time she has a do-over of that Valentine's Day, she meets Nick. And let me tell you, I have a bad experience with people named Nick. But actually, that's a lie. I've only had one bad experience with somebody called Nick. I've had a pretty good experience with somebody else called Nick. Not all Nicks are bad. That is my fault. But Nick is the grumpy, closed off. This is a grumpy ex-sunshine, basically. He's grumpy, closed off. He doesn't like people, and he has a lot of issues that it kind of gets unpacked. It all happens really, really fast. Like, I mean, like, they do stuff in a day, and they fall in love in a day, if that makes sense. Like, it's a fast-paced romance, but they don't actually, like, it's kind of like, you have to read it to understand. So I do recommend this book, and this is a 5-star read. I love Lynn Painter. Like, this woman, she has my money, my heart, my soul. Take it, just give me more. That's all I need, just more. I would love if there was a universe with all the Betting on You characters, the Better Than the Movies characters, and the Do-Over characters. If this exists, somebody tell me, because I will devour it, eat it all up. I love Lynn Painter and her books and the characters. Every character, I don't think I've disliked a male main character or a female main character in her books. Like, actually, I do need to read Nothing Like the Movies though, but 5 stars. Literally sat and read this in one sitting. God, Killer Instinct, the Natural series. I just started this book today. I started this book on the same day I finished it. Like, I kind of feel like I have reasons why she should get with both of them, but I do think Dean is a better fit personally. I am definitely Team Dean. I do believe Dean is the better fit for her, just based on how their similarities, of course. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it in too much of a logical way, but the history with Michael and Leah just wouldn't have made it work out between them. I don't know if I'm being, like, I don't know if I'm overanalyzing, but that's just my thoughts on it. I rated this 5 stars. This series has been really good so far, and I'm kind of hoping it's a 5-star series all round. 3 of the Naturals, 5 stars. I wasn't expecting that ending, and I'm so glad that I have the next book on Kindle Unlimited, because when I tell you this is driving me insane, it is driving me insane. Like, it's driving me mental. I actually can't. I'm excited. I'm scared. It's the fact that, like, each book is tied with a specific character. Book 1, Cassie. Book 2, Dean. Book 3, Sloane. Book 4 is, I think it's going to be about Cassie again, but then it has to be about Leah too, and Michael, because those are the 2 that we haven't really fully explored. We have explored Michael over the books a bit, but this book, I was so scared. Like, I'm genuinely, like, shivering. I'm scared because obviously you can't see behind you. And these books are making me nervous because the You chapters are so freaky. I'm gonna try finishing Bad Blood today, and I think Bad Blood on Kindle has the novella 12 in it, so I'm gonna try and finish that too. I'm gonna be honest. These books are slightly scaring me, if that makes sense. Like, I regret reading them so late at night when nobody else is awake. But it's fine. I'm just going to read and try and get on with it. Anyway, as I said, 5 stars. The plot twist, I wasn't expecting this. I literally spent the entire book. This one took me slightly longer to read because I was sending voice notes to my... I was sending voice notes to my friends while doing it. Like, I was actually going mental because I wanted to know. I was trying to piece it together. I felt like I was watching an episode of NCIS, but I was reading it, and I love NCIS. Like, honestly, this series is like, it's literally Quantico, which is in NCIS, and it made me think of NCIS so much. But it's also like, I'm gonna start watching Criminal Minds after reading this. I'm just gonna say, I finished Bad Blood. 5 stars. This entire series has been 5 stars pretty much for me, and I really liked Bad Blood. I liked the Leah and Michael aspects of it. Like, how both of them were explored well in this book, I'd say. Like, they were both explored to a decent amount in this book. Their trauma and what happened to them when they were kids, what made them become naturals, if that makes sense. A lot of this was a very heavy book. Like, I've read this to escape the Boys of Tommen series, which I was finding really heavy, and then this book is really heavy, and I was like, oh my god. I enjoyed this. I love all the character dynamics. I don't think I could ever dislike a character. When Celine came into it, I was like, I'm going to hate her, I don't like her. I loved her. I thought I was going to dislike her because of what she did. I did not dislike her one bit. She was a very good character. So 12, it's like a novella inside at the end of Bad Blood. And I really liked how they added this, because when I finished Bad Blood, I felt a little bit incomplete, if that makes sense. I was like, it's over, but it feels like it shouldn't be, which I'm really glad that the novella was written into the back, because I want to read it. So, 12. I wish I need there to be another book, like, honestly. I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lynn Barnes has said something about there being something being added to the Naturals universe. She's been spending a lot of time focusing on the Inheritance games, but I'm kind of hoping that with her saying that something's going to happen in the Naturals universe, please let it be another book. Maybe for Mackenzie or Laurel, or even I would love to go into more detail about Cassie's mom. But then at the same time, I do love the core four, so if there was another book, I would want it to be about them, and I want it to be about Dean and Cassie, because honestly, I ship them so much. Or Dean and Leah, or Sloane and Celine. Like, honestly, all of the couples in this book are amazing. So, if I said Dean and Leah, very sorry, I meant Michael and Leah. Or is it Liar? Like Liar. I've been saying her name wrong this entire time. Oh well. So yes, I feel like this, it was nice to have it at the end. It was nice to have this like little insight into their adult life, and I'm kind of hoping that we get a little bit more the Naturals content in the future.